Hey, I'm Kevin, the owner of Flow5 Marketing. I want to show you the ways in which we can make your life a heck of a lot easier and automate a lot of your tasks and kind of show you what the back end of our websites look like and how I go over customizing it all to work for your business. So, at the very core of your online presence and the place where people come for information and everything else will be your website. Sure, everyone should have a website. We all know that it's 2024. But we look at websites that increase your conversion rate. So, by conversion rate, I mean out of 100 website visitors, how many turn into an inquiry, a quote, or whatever the metric may be that you're interested in pursuing for your business. So, our websites really focus on increasing that conversion rate and getting more leads in the door. And then we can automate all sorts of other stuff around. It says right here on my websites with everything you need to manage, support, and grow your online presence, communications, marketing, sales, and advertising, all in one place, fully integrated into a system. And by that, I mean it's not just software where I say, here you go, good luck with that, here's some support articles. It's me really taking the time to understand your business, what your goals are, and then tailoring and customizing everything to work for your business and for you, basically freeing up your time from administrative tasks and all sorts of other stuff. So, as you know, when people are looking for a new service online, they'll run across your website and your Google My Business page, which directs to your website. They're going to go to your website, look around for information, and they're going to either reach out to you from there or they're not. So what happens after they reach out to you? Hopefully you have some sort of sales process in place with a CRM. If you don't, you really should have one. I help you customize and build that out as well as automate it. Fact remains, the people that follow up with leads close more sales, business does better. That's pretty much the bottom line. So I look at the whole thing and pretty much automate and customize everything to work for you and support your business in this context. So, website is I show you a bunch of website designs and everything else, but ultimately it comes down to your preferences and your business, and everything's customized to your business and to your customers and everything else. So, kind of have a look at my website to start here, and that's the front end of the website. That's what people see when people land on the website. And then there's some stuff here. They could use the chat widget. There's forums and all sorts of other stuff. That's not where we want to look at the back end, because a lot of people out there can design pretty looking sites. Some can't. With that said, our focus is on pretty looking conversion focused websites. Okay, so this is the back end. We've got two windows here. And it looks like a lot, but it's really not, because the only thing you have to do is just reply to notifications, and that's generally about it. I have some clients that are very involved with this and want to go in and build out their own workflows and whatnot. Then I have other clients that aren't tech savvy whatsoever. Some of my clients are in their 70s and have no idea about any of this stuff whatsoever. So I've set them up. So basically, the only thing they have to do is reply to a notification when somebody reaches out to them, and that's it. And then I have other people that want to be more involved with a lot of the tools and everything else. So everything in between, it's all customized, like I said. So let's jump into the back here. So when you come into my dashboard here, the first thing is really the website, because that's really at the core of everything, right? So in here we have, let me put my glasses on, unlimited websites. So you could build as many websites as you want. There's no additional costs. You could see I have two websites here, and then I have a whole pile of marketing funnels, and I have folders within folders of marketing funnels. So if you're familiar with marketing funnels, rather than if you're doing like Google advertising or Facebook advertising, and you want to focus your advertising on a single thing, which you should be, rather than just pointing all the traffic at your homepage. Funnels, if you're not familiar with them, are basically a very targeted informational page designed to get people to take one action, whereas your website's more informational, kind of showing all the things you could do within that. So when I make an offer, for example, I use a funnel, and I have multiple funnels, and it's all created off the website. So you have full access to funnels, full access to as many websites as you want. Most businesses will have one. I have two here, but only one is functional because I want two websites. I mean, that's too much. Everything else I could do in funnels. So full e-commerce capability within that. We could do webinars. We could look at all our analytics. There's blog posting. We could build out client portals if you want. Say if you want a client portal where somebody could log in and pay an invoice or whatever, we could set that up. Forums, so we build out forums, integrate them with websites, and automate all that. We could do surveys. So all businesses should be sending out satisfaction surveys and all that sort of stuff. It's usually a different piece of software, and then you have to log in that and do that and integrate it inside. It's all integrated in here. So forum surveys, we could do quizzes, chat widgets, which are these. Where did you go? I got so many windows open here. So chat widgets, which are these guys down at the bottom. And we'll get into how it helps you and the benefits of those things shortly here. All sorts of options around that. This is all customized for you, so you don't need to do any of this. If I was to just build this out of software and say, here you go, it would be very overwhelming. So I want to make sure my clients aren't overwhelmed. So we take care of all the setup, all the data integrations, everything else. So that's pretty much the core there. So when you go into my website here, this is what the back end looks like. It's similar to any other builder out there. So you come in there and build stuff. Or if it's under my management, typically my clients will just send me an email and ask for changes, and then I just make the changes for them. You have full access to it anytime. So if I want to jump in here and change some of the wording, I would just go in there and do that. Now, we manage all this for you if you want. You could also do it on your own as well if you prefer. Most of my clients, pretty much all my clients, just email me and I make the changes for them. So that's what the backend looks like. We build in all the search engine optimization into the website as well. So all the SEO stuff, basically all the stuff that helps people find you on Google, we take care of that on the website. All the copywriting, so my copywriting, all this writing that's in there is researched and done for you. Or you could supply your own text if you have preferences as well. If we're moving, we can move your website from your current provider over to us as well, in which case you'd have all this done already. We can also add to it, etc. We usually move stuff over in a way that's beneficial for being found on Google. Here. So that's just a brief look at the website. Funnels are kind of the same thing. We won't get in that too much. I can make an hour-long video just on funnels. But if you're wanting to advertise on Google and use an advertising funnel, which I would recommend, it's super easy to do. I could create a funnel. I'll show you how easy this is. If you are a do-it-yourself type of person, I could go in here, create a funnel. I could do it from a template. I could do it from my existing site. I'll show you how easy this is. So if you're not a designer, but you've already paid us to do your design for the website, for example, but you want to do your own funnels and you don't want to outsource that or have us do it for you, you could just go in here and copy and then change your website. You could just create it from your existing. So I could copy it from my website homepage if I like the design on there and don't want to redesign the whole thing. And this is how I do it too. When I create all my funnels, it's basically just taken off an existing design that I've already done. So it's a major time saver rather than like hours and hours. I'm talking about, you're watching it in real time here. So I go in here, I've just created that first funnel step. I copied my homepage. Now I just need to go in here and, change the wording because it's a funnel that's targeted to something else. Change the wording, change some elements around, whatever. If I want to not have that stuff, but have this stuff and change the wording to target something else. The sky's the limit here anyways. That's how quick it is. So generally when I create a funnel, it takes me 10 to 15 minutes based off an existing design that I've already done because you could simply copy and paste them over. You could do the same with websites. All this is fully supported, by the way. We take care of all this stuff for you. Again, if you're a do-it-yourself person, then we provide the training and the 24/7 support to be able to do so. So if you're in the middle of something and you get stuck, just reach out to 24/7 support and they'll give you a hand with it. Very, very simple. So that's sort of a look at the back end of the website. So when we start talking then about growing the online presence, communication, marketing, sales, etc., let's start with the, so you have your dashboard, right? So I could jump into my dashboard. I'll do this on the demo account. I'm going to be jumping back and forth because I don't want to accidentally show you client information. So this is kind of a dummy account, FLO. I go into the dashboard, and this dashboard, so part of the conversation in your onboarding is me figuring out really what your main goals and KPIs are, and what do you like to measure, what do you like to see, and keep it nice and simple. Not show you a bunch of stuff you don't care about, and just show you all the things you care about. So when I jump in the dashboard here, you can have an overview snapshot of your business performance, your sales process, how many people are in your sales pipeline, basically any analytics you want. How many appointments do you have for the upcoming week? How many appointments do you have this week? How many unread messages do you have? We're going to jump in here and do all this for you. Again, to make it nice and easy, we could just edit the dashboard. We can add in all sorts of metrics, just the ones you care about, nothing else. So we could plug your Google Analytics report in so you could see all your website traffic. We could plug in your Google My Business profile so you can keep tabs on what's going on in your Google My Business profile as far as its performance from one month to the other. How many new leads have you generated? What stages they're at in the pipeline? All sorts of stuff here. Conversations, calls, how many calls have you missed? All sorts of analytics. So we customize this out for you. So that's, you just kind of jump in here, and we could create different dashboards too. It doesn't have to be just one. We could create a sales dashboard, an appointment dashboard, and everything else. The main point being is all your main business KPI snapshots at a glance when you start the day. There it is, all right there. Your CRM, sales process, all that. Let's jump into conversations here. So conversations are going to be used quite a bit. So conversations are basically just all the conversations you have, all the people that have reached out to you from all the different channels you use, all centralized into a single conversational dashboard. Boom, right here. So move my little floating head here. I can see, click on a conversation and see kind of what the entire stream has been. So let's see here. Let's have a just a look at how that works. So I reached out, or let's say client in this instance reached out. You can see the little chat bubble there. So they reached out via this little chat bubble. They reached out via this and then asked a question. And then they called. So they used the chat bubble. Then they called right away, right after. Missed the call, voice. So full call system built into this. If you want it, they could leave messages directly. You could check that message here. And then if you could see here, they reached out via SMS. When I say they, it's me. I'm just kind of creating a conversational stream here. So they reached out via the chat widget. It came into the conversation. They called. It got dropped in along with the voicemail into the conversation. It triggered a missed call text back. So anytime, we can make it so that anytime somebody calls you and you miss the call, if you miss the call, or if it goes to voicemail, or the call drops, or they cut off the call before the call's been complete, it will automatically send them a text back instantly that has a customized message on it. So in this case, it's just a kind of a filler message here. Hi, this is Kevin at Flow 5. I'm tied up at the moment, but we'll get back to you shortly. How can I help? They can then reply directly from SMS. So that's an SMS that went out because I missed the call, right? You could have the call recording there. It sent them a text back. They can reply to that text then, which allows me to continue conversing with them, etc. let's see, just a couple sample dummy tests here. If I were to then go into Facebook Messenger, that Facebook Messenger conversation would recognize the contact and pull it into this single point of conversation stream. If they emailed, it would come in here. If they reached out then 2 weeks later via TikTok or Instagram and sent a private DM, that would also centralize into the same conversation. If they were to call again in a month from now, again, it's all centralized communications. It pulls all communications into this centralized dashboard. And you could see over time that built up conversation. You could see if they've unsubscribed from something. So DND, so do not disturb. If they press stop on text messages, it would show here. And then it wouldn't allow you to text them again because that would be against the rules. If they unsubscribe from an email here, so you could kind of see what all their preferences in here as well. So that's how the centralized conversational dashboard goes. They could fill out a form on the website. They could use the chat. They could phone call. They could message you on Facebook. They could message you on Instagram. They can message you on LinkedIn. Whatever you have connected centralizes that conversation into one place. Super helpful. Calendars. Full calendar functionality for appointments. You can apply charges to appointments. You could collect payment. There's multiple types of calendars. You do service calendars. You could do booking calendars. They're all fully customized. You could create. We can assign different people to different calendars. There's no limits as far as calendar customization. We do all that, and then calendar notifications. So we could build in notifications so they get appointment reminders via SMS or email. Then you get notifications. Anyway, no problem. We customize all that stuff. What else we have? So contacts is so there's conversations and then there's contacts. So contacts, you could go on a contact and then I could jump in to contact, click on them, and then I could see exactly where that conversation came from. So it's full attribution. Attribution is very, very, very difficult in marketing. For example, if somebody visits your Google My Business page and then they visit your website and then they visit your Facebook or whatever, and they then contact you, you want to know where they're contacting you from. What channel is working? Is it, so many businesses don't know this. It's absolutely crazy because attribution is so hard. If you're running Google ads, Facebook ads, those are fairly easy to attribute. But then if you have your Google My Business page, if you have your SEO, if you're doing like Facebook posts, somebody comes in and you say, hey, how'd you find me? This is where it gets really faulty, right? Is if somebody comes into a shop and says, and the shop owner says, how did you find me? The person then says, oh, Google. Okay, great. Well, all right. So I've heard business owners say, well, the website's not working because they said they found me on Google. It's like, well, yes, they found your website on Google, but they thought it was Google My Business, but I could go into the data and then show that it was generated through the website and everything else. So attribution is really cool in this, and it helps you really know where to focus your marketing time, because if people are constantly coming in and telling you, oh, we're finding you on Google, and you assume wrongly maybe it's the Google map listing when in fact it was the website, or vice versa, you know where to spend your time as far as marketing. If nothing is attributed to Facebook and everything's attributed to Instagram, and you're spending all your time on Facebook, well, you're just wasting and burning your cash away, right? And your time for that matter. So the full attribution will show you through the reporting where the contacts are being generated and in what quantities. And you could steer marketing efforts from one to the other. All businesses are different. What works for one person doesn't work for the rest. That's just how it is. So you could also see, there's the reporting. We won't get too much into reporting. I'll kind of touch on that after here. But you could see where they came in, what pages they visited, what they visited the homepage, and then they used the chat widget form, which then created the conversation. So very cool insights as far as where to apply efforts. So that's sort of an overview of the contacts. You can import contacts. So when you come on with it, if you have a CRM, basically all businesses should be using a CRM. If not, you're dumping and burning cash. I used to not use one when I first got into business, and holy smokes, it cost me hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars looking back on it now. So CRMs and following up, if you don't have time or you're not good at it, we can automate it for you, which is great. Contacts, you can bulk upload contacts. You could create one contact at a time. You could go into the contact and apply tags, which trigger different things. Not getting into that too much. We could fill out their information. We could move them around in different workflows and automate that process and everything else. Bulk actions from here, I could select all users. I could select some users. I could filter them. I can select some users and then create an email campaign. I could send an SMS to all of them. I could select 10 and send an SMS right on the fly. I could send an email to whoever I have selected. I can create a newsletter send, so an email blast through this, an SMS blast, all sorts of stuff. As far as the data importing and management part of it, super easy. What I typically do during the onboarding for most of my clients is say, send me all your contact list, and then I just bulk upload it so that it's in here. So if you're coming from a different CRM and getting a website through us, you also have a CRM, and you could centralize it all, and we do the data import for you. We just take care of everything. That way you don't have to do it. We could apply the tags and everything else. So go from there. Opportunities. This is really cool. Testy McTester here has requested a quote. It's come in. It's created an opportunity here in the CRM. It has emailed me, and it has messaged me through the app. By the way, the system has an app. Let me show you the app real quick. If I can find where I put the darn, there it is. So here, how can I do this? So I'll just show you the calendar. So because I have confidential client information on my contacts, so I can access my calendar through there. I could take payments on the fly if I want, right through my cell phone. Let's see, conversations. I can't really show you this, but on the screen is my conversations, the same as I have up in here. I can have that directly on my phone too, and then notifications. I can filter all sorts of. Anyways, there's an app. So what happens is when somebody requests a quote, it notifies me, and I have an automation built in, and it automatically kicks back to them. And then in my CRM, I could come in here and see here. I can keep track of all this by saying, okay, well, I've got back to this. I could click on this, send them an email back with a quote or an SMS back with a quote. Then when it's done so, I could just go over to quote sent. This is all customizable. So I build this. I help you with your sales process. Basically, I can make notifications, go to your sales team. We can assign particular sales team members to particular leads, etc. Even a small business, even a single owner operator can leverage this big time. This is where the money's at, right? So I can keep track. I can change the status of the opportunity, like open, I lost it, I want it, abandon it, etc. There's all sorts of notes we could put in here. I can create appointments directly in here. I could view the notes for that opportunity. I could see who's assigned to it. Again, all customized for you. The problem with a lot of this stuff is people don't leverage it, right? And they're tanking money and losing. When you're losing leverage, you're losing money. That's all there is to it. And you're losing your own time. When all these tools, that's why I like to set them up for people so they don't have to do it. We just do it, and we do it in such a way that it works for you, right? We build out all these different stages. I can have it in my own business. Here, I won't show you mine because again, it has confidential information in it, unfortunately. In mine, if I go like this and move it to follow-up, it automatically triggers an automation, which then sends them an email that I've pre-designed to send out to them. These stages can be anything. It doesn't just have to be quotes. It can be just your general communications as far as whatever's custom to your business, right? So we build all that in for you. You could drag stuff around and drop it and have communications triggered from that automatically, or you could do it manually. Point being, it's all tracked in there. You could build as many pipelines as you want. Let me see here. And so anyways, this could also be tied to artificial intelligence too. So I can go in and train an artificial intelligence bot on all of the information in your business, and then have conversational AI take care of a lot of the conversational aspects as well. Or it could be manually done too. Point is, there's an option and there's full AI functionality built in to future-proof your business. Payment gateways. You can create invoices, estimates. We could do recurring invoices. We could build we'll build the invoices so they're branded to you. So when you send it out, it looks pretty and it matches your branding on your website and everything else. Estimates. We could do documents and contracts. All this can tie into automations. We could view all the orders. We could create, so if you're doing e-com or if you're selling a service or whatever directly online, I could create abandoned cart sequences that are customized, which is really great. We could create subscriptions, payment links. We could see all the transactions. I create products like e-commerce products and everything else. We could do the full coupons or discounts if that's how you roll. Settings, integrations, all sorts of stuff here. Full payment gateway functionality. We can integrate through NMI, authorized.net, Stripe, a host of other things as well. There's also APIs available. Full payment capable. And again, you could take payments directly on your device if you wanted to as well. Social Planner. All right, so let's see here. Social Planner, I can go in here. You could connect your Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, Google My Business page, which I highly recommend doing. You can then go in here and select whatever you're using. I don't have it connected right now, but let's just connect it then. Connected. Boom, boom. That's how easy it is to connect a social media account. So we could connect into your Google My Business profile, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, X, TikTok, Pinterest, YouTube, or communities, which we'll get into in a minute. I'm telling you, the amount of customization on this is absolutely absurd. Don't get overwhelmed yet, because don't forget, this is all customized for you, right? And it's made to work for you. Where's my little floating head gone to? Okay, so then if we go in here, we could just go and create a new post. We could create, select whatever social media account we're pushing the post to, write in whatever you're writing on social media posts. We could attach a video or an image to it, and then we could schedule it, or we could post it right now. And we could push it to all the different social media channels all at once by posting in one place. You could distribute that to everywhere. There's also full calendar capability involved with that too. I think it looks like that's my son there. It looks like my little preview head, floating head's gone away for some reason. I hope this is still recording. So yeah, there's full calendar functionality as far as dragging and dropping around the content to reschedule for different days, etc. Software like this on its own can cost several $100s a month. Just here it is, included, all integrated. This is where the automations are. So this is where I go in and build all of the different automations. You could see I have a lot for my own business. I have CRM integrations. I have onboarding, a lot of it which is automated. All these different all these different automations. One for is like abandoned cart forms and billing authorization forms, and auto replies for being away out of business hours. I have all my future follow-ups organized in here. So I just need to drag them from one stage of the CRM to another, and it triggers different things. Again, this is all customized for you. You have full access to it if you want. So just all the automation centers and stuff. And I'll show you what one can look like. So I'll create a workflow here. So there's recipes to use, or we could start from scratch and just build from scratch. So a trigger, what triggers a workflow? What triggers an automation? It could be anything. Birthday reminders. I've changed the contact information from this to that. A contact was created. I could put them into a welcome sequence. If they've selected do not disturb as a trigger, I could add a tag to their contact information, which then kicks off an automation. Date reminders, I've added a note. I've changed a note from this to that. I've added a task reminder, task completed. Engagement scoring we can do. We could create webhooks from other software. For example, I have a website because I do some cold lead email generation through another piece of software, and I webhook it in for when they reply. This system could do it as well. Call status, so if they've missed a call, if you've missed a call, we could do different automations based on that. Email events, customer replied. If they replied on Facebook, I could automatically reply to them. All sorts of other stuff. Appointment statuses, there's opportunities. So if you've changed the CRM from one thing to another, we kick off automations based on that. Affiliates, which are optional for you as well. All these different things. Invoices, we can automate invoice sequencing, payment reminders, payment received, thank yous, abandoned cart sequencing, start IVR triggered. So full phone system compatibility. I could hook you up with a number, which then allows for full IVR phone systems. Communities, you could see all the different things I could kick off automations. Let's see here. Show you one. Tag added. Let's just do something here. And then we could do artificial intelligence linked into this too. If you want AI to handle stuff, we can incorporate that into any of it. And again, don't get overwhelmed because we do all this for you based on a discovery call. You have to do absolutely nothing other than reply to people that are contacting you. It's really quite something else. The IVR call routing. We can set you up with a full IVR system. What is an IVR system? So we could hook you up with a toll-free number or a local number, local to you. And then, hi, welcome to Flow 5. Or hey, thanks for calling Flow 5. Press 1 to talk to sales. Press 2 to talk to customer support. Press 3 to talk to them. Press 4 to talk to them. We can map out the entire sequence of phone calling. So we could pass off, if they press 1, we could pass off the call to this department, that department. If it's outside of hours, we can change the messaging. Full customizable IVR system built in, which allows for very, very powerful missed call text back capabilities. So automations, sky's the limit. It's all automated and all designed to make your life simple from an administrative end. We went over websites and funnels already. Memberships, full memberships and communities ability. We could create customer portals. If you want to offer courses or how-tos having to do anything with your business, we can create those in communities, memberships. I won't get into those too much, but fully capable of that. And it's all integrated here in one place, right? Media storage, unlimited media storage. You could create folders within folders and organize all your files, your photos, your videos, your documents, your sky's the limit there. Unlimited file storage. You could store all sorts of different files. Your contacts, by the way, your contact can have different, like we could create upload forms for you. If somebody uploads something, then those uploads are accessible directly through their contact information. So when we go to contacts and into one of their names here, we could see in the top right of the contacts, we could see tasks associated with that contact, notes, we could create appointments right from there, documents, you could access all of their documents that they've uploaded or whatever. Let's see here. So where were we? Memberships, media storage, that's that. Reputation management. So we could build up your Google reviews on autopilot. What that does, it builds up your placement as well. So over time, as we consistently kick off review requests, more people will leave you Google reviews. And the more you have, the more you will dominate your market in local search. People do look at reviews, and reviews are highly important, and we can automate the entire review generation process for you, and it's all customized to your business. So we'll go in and set up automations, so you don't have to handle this. It just does it for you. I mean, you're building Google reviews integrated into your website, and you don't have to do anything. It's crazy. We can tie in the review requests to, we can make it so you just go in there and tag their contact with the word review, hit enter, and it kicks it off. Or if you're appointment based, once the appointment is completed, we can make it so that it sends out a review request after their appointment's done. We can stick, in one case, I have an e-commerce business. Her average shipping time is 7 days, and it sends them after the she's marked it as shipped. It waits 7 days because that's her average shipping time is just below that. So in 7 days after it's marked ship, it sends them a review request as well as marketing, and we can send them promotions for buying a second thing. Crazy the amount of stuff. Full reporting associated with this. We could do attribution reports. That's what I was talking about here before. Google ad reports, Facebook. Your Google advertising, your Facebook advertising can integrate this. You could see all the reporting from there. You could look at your, if you have a sales team, you could look at your sales agent reporting. We can get car reports, automate. It's all customized, so you don't have to think about it. Marketplace is available, mobile app. So yeah, it's pretty phenomenal. That's all included within your website, and some of it may apply to you, none of it may apply to you, all of it may apply to you. The point is we leverage everything we can that you would never have time to leverage, and it's all done in one place, right directly through your website in one dashboard. Most businesses will have a CRM, they'll have a website, they'll have their hosting, they'll have their domain somewhere. Oh, by the way, we could integrate your domain right in this too. So you'll have your website on a website platform host, and you'll have your URL living somewhere else. You'll have a separate CRM. Maybe you have a calendar, which is a different piece of software. Maybe you have marketing distribution software, which is 5. Maybe if you want to do a funnel, you'll have to do a separate funnel. You're going to pay more for that. There's separate funnel software. Your reputation management, you have to manually do it otherwise. And then remember to stay on top of it. That's all taken care of for you. There's membership. I'm up to 8 pieces of software already, whereas this is 1, right? And there's more. I could list off 25 pieces of software quite easily. And then you're going to have to go and you're going to have to make sense of all your analytics, and you're not going to have time for that because you're managing your business, everything else. It's all in one spot. We could generate the reports for you, customized to send you out, only the stuff that matters to you, nothing else. Very, very, very clear. Easy stuff. So that's a behind the scenes look. The next step would be to hit the calendar. So watch the demo. So right here, you'll be on this page. Book in with my calendar for a discovery session because I want to learn about your business, and then let's get specific about your business. Don't let all this stuff overwhelm you. I will tell you what you need built into your website. It might be nothing, and maybe you just need a website to start, in which case you're future-proofed and scale ready right out of the gate. And you might need something more advanced as far as workflow. You might have some sales team. Maybe you're a little further along. You have sales teams to manage. You have all this administrative stuff. You're logging into this software, that software. It can handle that too. Customized, all for you. You have to do literally nothing other than reply to conversations and leads that are coming in. We're seeing massive increases in lead generation because we're incorporating all this stuff that people expect now that other people aren't using. We make your phone lines. I mean, with part of the phone line, toll-free number with text capability, this 2024, 2025, people expect to be able to communicate with businesses however they want, and we allow for that, which is why the leads go up. And we're capturing those conversations, automating them. This chatbot here, I can make fully AI capable. I could train AI and to have a conversation with people, conversational in real time, and have it book appointments for you. We can have it close sales for you, all automated. Full voice AI is available as well. What does that mean? If somebody calls your business, says, hey, thanks for calling, we can have AI, voice AI, trained to answer your calls and act as an agent, if you don't already have one, and steer it towards having the AI book appointments for you. I'll do a completely separate video on that. This video has been long enough. Book your discovery session with me now. You may be wondering about pricing. It's going to depend on your business. It starts at $99 a month up to $497 USD per month. And there's also plans that are a bit more, but most of them will land kind of in the mid so $297. More basic stuff, you're looking at like 99 US a month. So it really depends on your business, right? And what we're going to customize in here for you. If you don't want a new site and you have an existing site already and just want to integrate this stuff in your site, that's great. That's going to look a lot different than, say, having us build out an entire website and automation sales strategy for you. So it's very customized to your business, but that should give you an idea. It's very affordable. I keep things very, very, very affordable. Some businesses have a small budget and other people just need crazy things. So let's connect over a discovery call. A discovery call is not me trying to sell you stuff. A discovery call is me finding out who you are, what your business is about, what your goals are, and seeing if we align with that. And if we align with it, then we can do all this stuff for you and customize everything and make your life a hell of a lot easier and automate a huge chunk of it. Thanks a lot. Talk to you soon.